Uh, hey guys, I just had a quick question. For anybody that's about to be homeless like myself that has cats, and no car, nowhere to house them, uh, and even if I was able to find a place to foster them, I don't have a car, and I have no money. I've had the last year or two, I've had no more than $52 in my account, give or take, and that's from my Twitch ad revenue. And my GoFundMe's been up about 3 years now, and it's only raised about $7,000. And if you don't know, I got in a car wreck that almost killed me on my way to work. I've worked my whole life. I've been mowing lawns and selling lemonade since 6 or 7. Always helping with help my mom lay tile when we moved in the house when I was little. So I'm not a loser. I'm not a bum. I'm a hardworking American. I've worked white and blue collar jobs, and I've literally done everything I can do. Um, just one of the amount of health problems that I went through, like with my leg fixator, or my Crohn's disease that almost killed me when it flared up. Um, not being I always knew I had it. It's never been diagnosed, but not being medicated for bipolar until 30, and all the mental psychotic breaks from reality that I had, mental breakdowns and everything, not being medicated. I've got 20 different, more than 20 different mental and physical health issues, born 3 months premature, but the Lord gave me a gift of a very high comprehension level and like a almost otherworldly gift of discernment, which I still have and I still use. And I can discern in the scripture that it says He'll provide for us and everything and to not worry. I guess I'm about to piss God off, but my rent's like 3 months behind. I'm just waiting to get an eviction notice to be evicted. My internet's going to be cut off any day. My phone's going to be cut off any day. I have no car. I lost my wallet, so I don't have an ID. And I take painkillers and gabapentin and Concerta. I take a bunch of stuff that I have my ID for. The only transportation I have is the Medicaid transportation. You call 3 days ahead and schedule an appointment. I use it once and it does work. My tire was losing air all like last year and a half or so, and I looked out and it's all the way on the rim now. And so when I get evicted, they're gonna charge me for my car sitting there, and my car is paid off, but it's gonna, I think it's like $50 a day or something. And obviously, if I can find a way to foster my cats, I'm gonna use all the money I have. If I gotta sell all the stuff I have, I will, but to make sure they have somewhere. But the flex pipe is what's messed up on it. It's about a couple $100 to fix it, but I don't even have that. And any donation I got for GoFundMe, I had to use to pay my housing costs and get the cat's cat and litter. And their litter's about to run out. Their food's about to run out. So I'm basically at a situation where everything's going to be turned off. No communication. For some reason, I had a neighbor, couple, like a last month or two, like last month or so, uh, Well, my neighbor right here, he came and checked on me. That's great. God bless him. Uh, but then a different neighbor, somebody called a welfare check, and three cops knocked on my door. They didn't knock like us. Open the doors. The police. They just said, "Are you all right?" And I explained to him the situation. So I was like, I'm constantly repeating myself, and nothing is changing. And I'm praying more than most people pray their whole lifetime a day. Trust me when I tell you. I've turned away from all the sin. I've been, and if I did do something, it was like a once in a moon thing, but it's not like habitual on purpose or anything necessarily. Not counting the things that we do that we don't know that are offending God, but it's not on purpose, and I have changed in so many more ways than I ever give myself credit for. But again, in this situation, I don't have time to give myself credit for anything when I'm about to lose everything, and it's always been my whole life. It's always been life and death and extremes. There's no middle ground. And I used to live in this church when I was homeless 14, 15 years ago, 2 minutes down the road in my right outside of my apartments. And that's my Spanish church I go to now. And then 2 minutes down to the left is my English church that I was baptized for the fourth time in 2015. And that's when I was living directly across the street from Southeast Christian on Blake and Baker by the BB&T Bank. My point is, and I live on a road named after a saint. It's 123 Trinity, yeah. Um, and I'm praying all I can. I'm being as steadfast and faithful as I can. And just like Job, I lost everything multiple times, over and over. My mom and dad are dead. My brother got unalived at 34 because he was a Crip since 13. The only reason I had the last ex I had that I broke up with and she moved out is because my late girlfriend Janine died the same year my brother did, some months apart. I lost my baby cousin to an unaliving, and my big cousin Terondale got unalived at work. He got murked at work. And none of my family can help. And if they can, they won't. All I have is my cats. And I'm basically days away from one thing going to a point and another thing going to a point. And most people don't care about nobody anyway, especially on the internet. But the point is that for people like me, you wouldn't have made it past 3 or 4 or 5 years old because you would have unalived yourself. That's how bad it was. And I would have ran away, but I couldn't. And now that I think about it, I used to escape out of the house and run around naked. I don't know why, but I would do it all the time when I was little. Just things that you just can't comprehend. I'm not mad at God. I'm mad at nobody. I'm just mad at the situations other people put people in. Because I was a child, and a child should be a child, and I've been a grown man since I was a little kid because I had to grow up like that. If the first time you get put in a serious adult situation, you're now an adult. It's just that simple. Y'all might disagree, but those types of things change your mind, the way you operate. It puts you in survival mode, and I can't turn it off. And why can't I turn it off? Because I'm always in survival mode. The day I came in this world, I almost died the same day I was born. The same moments I was born, I almost died, just like a lot of preemies. And at this point, I don't know if the devil's messing with me more or if God's wanted me to be more patient, or I don't know what God. I did everything I can do. And I'm fervently in the Word, and anything you can say as a true follower of Christ. I, I'm doing, and I don't care about nothing material. I'm not a material person. I just want to get closer to the Lord. Number one, put God first, and give God the glory in good times and bad times. And beyond that, I'm never around my family really, so all I have is my cats, and outside of God, I just want to make sure my cats are okay, and I can't even do that. And I ain't got no reason to stick around physically or have mentally just check out because I can handle anything, but I can't handle losing my cats. It's too much to go into my story with why I love cats so much, but and people say, "Oh, I understand." No, you don't. You don't know me, and I don't know you. You got the nerve to say you know me, or I got the certain nerve to say, I don't never say it to nobody anyway because I'm not stupid. I'm not ignorant like that. But it's a stupid thought to think that you can know somebody in a 10-minute, 30-minute, hour-minute video on YouTube. It takes a lifetime to get to know somebody's history. I don't mean get to know somebody if you can trust them and marry them. I'm talking about get to know what somebody's been through. It takes a lifetime. Not no little minute video on YouTube. It's obscene. Now I went to the doctor the other day and he's like, "Yeah, my mom." I said my mom had stage 4 colon cancer because she did, and the guy was like, "Yeah, my mom has cancer too." Okay, well now you know. There are times where you can say that, but most of the time people just try to. They mean well, but you're really insulting somebody because you're just making it. You're making it seem like it's such a. I can say one sentence and that equates to my whole life. And I only said one sentence and I got millions of sentences to say. But it doesn't matter. People are desensitized. Most people don't care to get to nobody anyway. Not even people they're dating. Like, oh, we can pay bills, we can do this, we can do that. That's good. That's all I care about. I don't really care about you as a person or getting to know you or helping you get closer to the Lord or bring you to the Lord or help other people know the Lord or help others or anything. You just care about your own little house, which is fine. You got that right. But that's not the way the Lord wants us to live. It's the Lord's words, not mine. Help the less fortunate, love thy neighbor, you know. But anyway, I didn't know about this inflation stuff with housing and all that because I don't keep up with that. I got too much to keep up with. I always live well below my means, like my mom taught me, and I have a survivor's mentality. So, any great grandparents you grew up with that were in the Great Depression, that's how I live. Like this right here, I got over years and years, and I've been here 8 years. And my PlayStation 1 or 3 and 4, that's like the most expensive stuff that I own. And my phone here. But that's it. And my car's paid off. And I'll get my cat stuff. I spend more money on them than I do on myself. But even if I was able to foster them somewhere, in Kentucky, when you get evicted, it's almost impossible to get into another place with your name on it because you look like a bum and they don't care. And it took me, I'm 35, it took me my whole life to get here. I've been homeless 20 times or more, and I've never lived anywhere longer than a year as an adult till I moved here. And now I'm just a day away or however long away from my phone and internet being turned off, like I said. And then after that, it's getting evicted, and then I can't even walk. Like last week, I slept the whole week. I have bad scoliosis, degenerative disc disease. This this thing in my neck here, it's like that. My coccyx, instead of being like that, it's like that. So for all intents and purposes, I'm useless and I'm dead physically. I can't do anything. Because what's going to happen is I'll be around outside. I'll just have to sit down and then I'll pass out and hope I don't succumb to the elements. So I might as well. My whole life's just pointless. That's how I feel. I know that's not the case for what the Lord's. I've helped other people, but a lot of people are saying, "What's the point in working if you can't afford anything?" And it's like, well, what's the point in living without my cats? There is no point, because the whole point of everything is, Joker saved my life, and I promised him I'd always give him a home and take care of him, and I can't even do that. It's the worst feeling in the world. And I know it's in God's time, but I don't have any more time. I'm out of time. I've been out of time. Like my rent's 2 or 3 months behind. I have no clue why I haven't been evicted yet. I don't know why my phone is still on. If I could sell everything I have and then get some type of little van, I would do that and keep them in there, even though it's going to be terrible for them. At least they're with me, but then I couldn't even afford the gas and keep the heat on during the winter because winter's coming. It's just a wrap, man. Unless God drops an angel down here and does some type of miracle, it's my life is done. I've done way beyond what I can do, and that's why I'm so sick, because I've been working until I almost dropped dead, literally. All those back problems alone I had, I was pushing all the carts at Costco or at Sam's Club by myself. You see? And I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's why I wear this, Philippians 4:13. But I'm still just human, and the body can only take so much. But if you're in my situation, I just want to know, would you just give your cats up for adoption, or try to foster them, or what is your dog? Like I said, dogs are different, but but what is your situation with your cat? If you're in my same situation, I'd like to know. And just to be clear, I'm not saying I'm going to unalive myself, because I'm not. But we all need a reason to be here, and my reason is my cats, and they're all I have. And doing everything you possibly can, and it failing alone is bad enough, just living alone. But then when you have your cats on top of that, that makes it this just the worst thing. It's just a soul crushing thing that you can't repair that. If they're gone, they're gone. And then I know that they would miss me, and that's what bothers me the most. I don't know what God's doing, and I have faith always, but I'm out of time, and that's just the reality. Because you can't just sit here and have days away from everything being shut down and shut off and have no way to move or anything to communicate with anybody or anything. I mean, everybody has to have some outlet. At least if I had my car, I could maybe do this or that, but I don't even have that. I have no options at all. And I'm not the only person that's in that situation. I'm just talking about myself personally. That might somebody else could relate to, but me never seeing my cats again is the same as me being out here and it gets too cold one night and I can't move and I'm stuck somewhere and I just freeze to death. It's the same exact thing. I might as well be dead to the world without my cats and losing everything. I don't care about none of this stuff. I just care about my cats. And I can't even take care of them. But yeah, that's God's will. That's God's will. And not to mention I'm bipolar and OCD and have intrusive thoughts and all this stuff, man. Like, it's just a wrap. There ain't no other way to put it. If I had a prospect of something, or if something was something, or something, if something was something, it could be something that's different. But there ain't nothing. There's absolutely nothing. I've only done my laundry like two times in the last 2 years because I can't afford to do laundry. I can't even afford to buy dishwashing liquid. I just run the water on the dishes. I can't afford to buy deodorant. I had to use my dead girlfriend Janine's deodorant because I don't have any, and she had a bag that she kept over when she came over now and then. We would be at her house mostly. I had to use her. You got to use your dead girlfriend's deodorant because you ain't got none. Come on, man. I'm grateful I have it, but I'm just telling you how bad it is. I don't see a way where I'm homeless and I have no car and I can still have my cats with me. And no, I don't have anybody that I can live with or get help from. Like I said, there ain't nobody. They're all dead or gone or estranged. And like I said, the ones that do have money and could help, they won't. And I don't care. I'm only going to ask something one time. I'm not going to sit there and repeat myself. I'm not illiterate. If you say no, no is no. Yes is yes. Just put me in a prayer and hope I can keep my cats with me somehow. And then it's like God brought me all the way here just for me to lose everything for a second time. It's crazy. I've been asking God, I've been asking the Lord to show me a vision, say something, anything, and then it's radio silence. Like I said, I ain't mad at God or nothing. I just hate the fact that I'm about to lose everything all over again. I've lost everything so many times all over again. But this time, the other times I didn't have my cats necessarily, most of the time. And I wasn't as sick as I am now. There's probably gonna be someone that says, "Oh, this will walk to a shelter, or do this, or take a bus." There is no bus line. I can't even walk to the bus line. I'd pass out from exhaustion. And I highly doubt anybody would help me up. They probably just rob my stuff, which I don't have anything anyway. Only thing I have is my food stamp card and my gun and my phone. I've been trying to get on disability for 10 years. But anyway, if you don't see any post of mine coming up anytime soon, it's because my phone and internet went out. So I probably won't even go back on social media anymore at all. If I'm just not on at all, if it's been more than like a month, I'm not gonna come back on because I've been trying to get my Patreon and GoFundMe and Twitch and all these other things going, and all my videos I put to try to raise donations, and there's been a lot of tremendous amount of help, and I'm grateful to God for that, for all those angels out there that bless to keep things going. But it's at a point now where it's just at the end of the road, and there ain't nowhere else to go. So, but let me know, cat owners, what your situation is, and encourage y'all to accept the Lord today and repent and be saved and be born again, and just wait for the Lord to come. For those that endure to the end shall surely be saved. I'm out.